So it looks like Jimmy Kimmel is to return back to the air on September 23rd, 2005, after his controversial statements, not about Donald Trump, but what he said about Charlie Kirk's murderer. And of course, the usual suspects are going around patting themselves on the back, claiming victory for something that really had nothing to do with them. You know what? The Trump administration, for being a bunch of fascists, sure are awful at being fascists, because Jimmy Kimmel is still employed. His show has been brought back. The FCC hasn't even fined ABC for misinformation that was being spread by his show. But if you actually went out and have read articles about the situation, you would know that Jimmy Kimmel was not fired and was most likely going to be coming back anyway. According to CNN, which spoke to an unnamed source familiar with the situation, Kimmel was preparing to deliver a monologue on Wednesday evening addressing the backlash he had received for another monologue that week about the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The Wednesday monologue was described by CNN's source as very hot and would have reportedly targeted President Donald Trump's MAGA base. Because it's always a good idea to go and attack half the country, you know, the people that potentially might watch your show. But I digress. If Jimmy went on the air, there would have been no way back from the monologue for Jimmy. The source said, "We didn't want that. Everyone deeply values him and wants him to come back. But he has to take the temperature down." The reality is that the FCC and the president had nothing to do with Jimmy Kimmel getting pulled. That is just pure left-wing propaganda at this point. Yeah, the FCC chair said that he would go and look into it to see if there's any FCC violations, but so far nothing has surfaced as a result of that. I guess maybe time will tell, but odds are nothing is going to happen. So you have a bunch of celebrities and talking heads on the left come out on Twitter, throwing support behind Jimmy Kimmel, threatening to boycott Disney, and a lot of people going and canceling their D+ subscriptions, which honestly I don't have much of an issue with, because this has caused Disney so much damage. It's beautiful to watch. You can't hate this company enough. And as predicted by Ryan Kimmel on FNT last Friday, he's going to come back and they're all going to go and take credit, patting themselves on the back saying, "We did it. We fought fascism. The boycott worked." In reality, he was always going to be coming back regardless. Now, things have gotten so bad that a crazy person went and shot up an ABC affiliate station. The thing that is stupid is that this station had nothing to do with Sinclair or Nexstar, the very people that threatened to pull Jimmy Kimmel off the air to begin with. Well, at least from their markets, right? Because they're affiliate stations. They can't pull the plug nationwide, but they can pull him on the areas where that they have affiliate stations at. Now, what was thought to be possibly a random act of violence because it was a drive-by, it turns out that this actually was politically motivated. A search of the suspect's vehicle yielded a note that criticized members of the Trump administration and appears to reference the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk. There was another search warrant executed inside the suspect's vehicle, where more evidence was uncovered. Authorities discovered an anti-Trump book, as well as a handwritten note, which read, "For hiding Epstein and ignoring red flags. Do not support Patel, Bongino, and Angie Bondi. They're next." The handwritten note was signed with the initials CK, and the words "from above," Ho explained. Now, the alleged suspect in the shooting of the ABC affiliate station is Hernandez Santos, and this is something that he posted on Twitter just to give you some context and the mindset of this individual. "I support the death penalty for Tyler Robinson. Absolutely. As soon as the Fed criminal code is amended to add the death penalty for a president who refuses to step down after a certified election results and/or incites an insurrection. This has been a PSA for democracy. Thank you," dated September 16th. He also posted in regards to Trump's death, "Where's a good heart attack when we need it most? Please join in my thoughts and prayers for the physical demise of our fearless leader." Reads on X, posted September 18th. 2 days after the initial post. He also posted on X, "The authoritarian oligarchy is now complete. CBS Plus caving, big law firms in DC, the subservient FBI and AG, university presidents stepping down, fan boycotts, SCOTUS, public radio, ICE goons. We're all going to have to fight like hell. The rules do not apply if the election was stolen. Fight." And this was posted on July 18th. Yes, clearly we are dealing with a sane and rational human being. Hernandez Santana's lawyer, Mark Reichel, argued that the federal charges brought against his client represents political persecution. The man literally went to an ABC affiliate station that had nothing to do with Nexstar or Sinclair Broadcasting and shot the place up, potentially killing individuals that were inside the building. But yes, this is somehow political persecution, all because Jimmy Kimmel got pulled off the air, by the way. Motivated by the fact that his client is it's supposed to be an and, not a, educated liberal. Oh my God, seriously. This is the defense. Because he's an educated liberal, he's going to be persecuted for going and shooting up an ABC affiliate station because Jimmy Kimmel got pulled. You cannot make this shit up. If you look at his social media, they're going to say, boy, it sure shows that he's liberal and left-wing. No, what they're going to say is, wow, this individual is really unhinged, but okay, whatever. So you think Trump's administration is going to overlook something like that? I don't think so, he told KRCA3. I think most rational, sane people would go and take a look at that and say, wow, it is very clear that politics played a major factor in his decision to go and shoot up an ABC affiliate station. This is absolutely insane. This is not a defense. This is the world we live in. It's very frustrating sometimes. And this is just further proof that the boycotts had nothing to do with bringing Kimmel back. It was always the plan. Deadline reports of dissent within Disney's upper ranks and widespread negative reaction among top-tier Hollywood talent to Kimmel's pseudo-suspension. As one source called it, last week stung Iger and CEO contender Walden, I hear. However, individuals close to the action insist outside pressure or critique had no significant impact on coming to a timely resolution. Sinclair went and posted this on X in response to Jimmy Kimmel being brought back Tuesday night. Beginning Tuesday night, Sinclair will be preempting Jimmy Kimmel live across ABC affiliate stations and replacing it with news programming. Discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential run. Now, Sinclair is one of the largest affiliates of ABC, so this is actually a pretty good chunk of the audience that will not be going and watching Jimmy Kimmel live if they were inclined to do so to begin with. Now, there is no word on Nexstar whether they will be doing the exact same thing or not, but at this point, it's really not a victory for Disney or the left. Nothing has really changed here. Sinclair and Nexstar, well, potentially Nexstar, are not going to air Jimmy Kimmel live. So the question is, what does this mean and where is it going to go? Well, I think what's going to happen is that at some point, Jimmy Kimmel is going to go in right off into the sunset once his contract goes and expires. And that way they can avoid as much controversy as possible. Now, was he brought back because of the boycotts or the violence against the ABC affiliate station? I don't think those things actually did play into the decision-making when it comes to going and bringing back Jimmy Kimmel Live. That was already part of the plan. They were already in talks, and the reason why he didn't even air that night was because of the fact that he had some more incendiary statements, which is the reason why he was put on indefinite suspension. The reality is that over the years, late-night television has become less and less profitable and less relevant, probably for a wide variety of things. Obviously, the partisan nature of late night is definitely going to be playing into it, but also because the younger generation just has no interest in late-night television. So it's going to have a very slow and gradual decline at this point. As the boomers age out, there's simply just not going to be an audience for late-night television anymore. Anyway, folks, these are my thoughts. What are yours? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. All the usual things. And remember, freedom is always on the right side of history. I'll catch you next time, folks.